This lecture is titled Solid versus Yagni. If you watched the course carefully, you might notice that trying to fix a design problem, we always ended up with more classes and functions. In other words, it might seem that we ended up with more complex design. Blind application of solid principles can lead us to the needless complexity smell. Very often, needless complexity is the direct result of violating the Yagni principle. Greg Young long ago came out with the following statement: developers have a tendency to attempt to solve specific problems with general solutions. Gold plating always leads to coupling and complexity in software. Greg Young suggested to make code specific instead of making it general. The single responsibility principle naturally conforms with the Greg Young's suggestion to make code specific. SRP leads to specific classes with concrete responsibilities. It addresses a very specific problem. The collation of principles appear when we reach a situation when we need to make code more general. What we should do then? The real question is, what should be generalized? The answer to this question gives the reused abstraction principle. The wrap principle essentially means that if you have an abstraction, in our case an interface or an abstract class, and it is not reused, or in other words implemented by more than one implementer, then you probably violate the reused abstraction principle. So, the real value of an abstraction is that it eliminates the irrelevant and amplifies the essential, according to Uncle Bob. So, to adhere to solid principles, avoiding Yagni violation at the same time, start with a concrete implementation of a specific behavior. Observe the emerging commonalities, and apply the rule of 3, which states that if you find yourself in a situation when you want to repeat the same code third time, you need to introduce an abstraction and encapsulate the common behavior in it. This is the only way how you can achieve the balance between solidness and Yagniness at the architecture level. In the next lecture, we will concretize this topic a little bit and talk about OCP versus Yagni.